After being shut off from crucial services offered by US businesses, Chinese tech giant HUAWEI has bravely disclosed its new goals to steer the country in the right direction. HUAWEI has adopted a proactive stance by announcing an ambitious strategy that seeks to solve the constraints imposed upon it. What are HUAWEI's new plans? Is it going to launch something new? Before we start the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you stay updated on our latest tech news. The US government has long contested HUAWEI over suspicions that the business may be collaborating with the Chinese government to spy on the country. HUAWEI contends that these allegations are unfounded and has even urged the US government to conduct an inquiry to demonstrate that no surveillance is taking place. Despite the fact that published investigations turned up nothing, the US House Intelligence Committee published a report in 2012 calling the firm a national security threat because of its connections to the Chinese government. China's HUAWEI announced last month that it's switching from internal software management systems it previously purchased on American vendors to its own internal version, celebrating the move as a win over American restrictions that once put its rival in danger. As per the reports, the daughter of the company's founder, Ren Shengfei, Meng Wanzhou, attended an internal event organized by HUAWEI in Dongguan, South China, to mark the transition to its own MetaERP, also called Meta Enterprise Resource Planning System. Let us tell you that the companies utilize ERP software to control important business processes from accounting to supply chain management. We were cut off from the old ERP system and other core operation and management systems 3 years ago, claimed Tao Jingwen, a member of the HUAWEI board and the head of its quality, business process, and IT management department. We're happy to report that we have overcome the roadblock and have survived today. According to a news release from HUAWEI, the internal MetaERP has been implemented throughout 80% of the company's operations. Although Tao's address was silent on HUAWEI's plans to commercialize its ERP system and take on companies like Oracle and SAP, it offers a potential new economic opportunity for the organization, which has been diversifying in an effort to survive under US criticism. Fun fact, did you know that in 2014, HUAWEI became the first Chinese business to be listed among Interbrand's top brands of the world? The U.S. Commerce Department placed HUAWEI on a trade blacklist in May 2019 due to purported security issues, which the company rejects. The listing and several trade sanctions that followed made it difficult for HUAWEI to source products using American technology. According to a person with knowledge of the situation, it also disconnected it from servicing and patches for ERP products that it had mostly acquired from Oracle Corporation. In his address, Tao stated that the cutoff was a massive crisis for HUAWEI because the outdated technology has been essential to the business's operations for more than 2 decades. Invoking the Red Army of China's historic escape during the country's civil war, Tao remarked, "Not having access to ERP became HUAWEI's Dadu River that blocked our way forward and threatened our very existence." According to the source, HUAWEI's MetaERP system is a cloud-native solution that makes up the company's cloud computing platforms to operate more effectively than conventional ERP products. The new system has been thoroughly tested and is processing 15 million lines of accounting entries per day, whereas the former system was like a massive old building in disrepair, according to Tao. Fun fact, did you know that when it comes to smartphone shipments, HUAWEI sits in third behind only Apple and Samsung? Although HUAWEI is a sizable corporation, its research and development divisions employ a whopping 76,000 people. This explains how they've grown to be so big because they spend a ton of cash keeping up with the most recent technological advancements. The company invests 10% of its earnings in R&D, which aids in the development of its cutting-edge products. HUAWEI leverages the fact that it's an employee-owned business to disassociate itself from suggestions that it is controlled by the government. In essence, this means that employees own equity in the business, with about 64% of employees taking part in the employee ownership program. These workers have received performance-based virtual restricted shares or shares that cannot be traded. When an employee departs the company, HUAWEI reverts ownership of those shares, and the employee is paid for their holding. So, this was all about HUAWEI's latest revelations. Comment below your views and opinions regarding it. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.